Alright. And with that, we should be live, I think. So, welcome back to the Fire Emblem One Iron Man, Season 2. Yeah. In the last episode, we had Tragedy Strike. And in order to work through that, we're going to go ahead and put together the tier list again. So, I think... Let's see. Abel's dead. Nobody here did anything, really. Let's see. Julian's dead. Probably should have had the setup beforehand, but this is a pretty good way of seeing who's doing what, I think. Hardin's definitely carrying us right now. Wolf's not doing much. Sedgear's dead. Roche and Violent haven't done anything much. Wendell's been pretty useful, but not, like, super high tier. Ricard's been our thief, and I keep calling him Julian. Bontu's dead. Caesar and Rat are dead. No, they're not dead. They're just not doing anything. Roger's not doing much. George has been here. Maria hasn't done much, but she's still a staff user. Minerva's dead. This is truly a sad day, but at least we got Pala and Katria this time. Lind has been decent. Jake and Beck haven't done anything. Let's see. I don't think anyone in the imprisonment crew died this time. I don't think Beck's done anything. Astrum's dead. And Katria and Pala haven't really had much time to show off what they can do, but they will soon enough, I think. But yeah, this is our tier list. We've got the carries. We got useful people. Or, not useful, but good people. No, we're going to say great people. And this is good people. Useful people. Did something. Did nothing. And dead. Alright, so I'm not actually sure about a few things here, but with Minerva dead, I think Est can't join, and with Bantu dead, Tiki can't join, so they're kind of automatically in dead as well. I think. Maybe, we'll find out. Anyways, this is how things are looking so far. We lost Minerva in the last episode, which was really a shame. She missed a 97% hit, and as a result, got shot down by a sniper with a silver bow. These things happen sometimes, but at least we get to keep our thief. So yeah, right now, Hardin is kind of like... Okay, I don't think Sheeta's been doing too much to justify a carry placement. Right now, Hardin is pretty good, Abel's pretty good, and we're working on building up Katria and Pala. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started for today, I think. Switching to the, that one. But yeah, map 15, we've got the desert chapter. This is going to be fun. Alright, now my wires are properly managed. So what we're going to do is lower the volume of this thing. That's better. Alright, in terms of who to bring, Sheeta, Barst, Ogma, Castor, Lena, Merrick, Hardin, Wendell, Abel, probably want Lind. I don't know why George is holding this Orion's Bolt. I think I meant to sell it last map and then just didn't. I don't actually think I want Ricard to be on this map, mostly because it's kind of dangerous. But we are going to bring Katria and Pala. Let's see, is there anyone else of note? I guess if I really wanted to, I could bring, like, Medea. We're gonna bring George. I should probably get Boa kitted out just because magic is good. Or to bring Maria, since she's got a physics staff. And this looks good to me. The most useful units for us here will probably be Sheeta, Katri, and Palla because they can fly over the desert. But we've made it once more to Kadain, where we lost Merrick last time, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so let's see who we've got at the front here. Sheeta, Katria, and Palla's all the way over here, so we're just gonna move her up. So this is Wendell. Let's see. Maria's gonna be moved up. Castor, Barst, and Ogma are a bit too far away to do anything useful right now. We're gonna start moving them up, of course. Alright, we're going to go ahead and have Marth chip away at this guy, because conveniently he can stand on rivers. Good job, Marth, you missed. I don't believe there's anything too notable too close to us right away. But what we can do is we can have Katria go ahead and try to finish this guy off. I'm very confident that Katria will be a very useful unit for us, mostly because we lost Minerva. But, she's been developing pretty decent stats as far as I'm aware, with 6 strength, 13 speed. That's definitely usable, to say the least. Now we'll go ahead and have Abel, I guess, come and chip away at this mage. Yeah, I'm still mad about losing Minerva. For those who didn't witness it, last time we missed probably a 97% chance to hit, causing Minerva to get sniped. It was awful. We're gonna have Palla go ahead and... No, this is Sheeta. We're gonna go ahead and have Sheeta finish off anyway. Bonk. Yeah, between Sheeta and Palla, who is... Or not Palla, Katria, who has more strength right now? Neither, they're tied. Good to know. Meanwhile, Palla's over here taking the lead with 8. Not too notable, but still pretty decent. We're going to try our best to get Boa to the convoy, because he can be a very useful tool for us with his magic and staves. I'm not sure why I have George carrying this Orion's Bolt, but I could probably sell that off eventually. Probably just stick it in the convoy for now. Merrick's holding a silver sword for some reason. Why would that be? Probably just inventory management things from the last episode I forgot to clear up. I could give that to Ballard. Katria, probably. Yeah, probably Katria. Does she have a high enough weapon level? 13 should be high enough. What's Marth's? 13. Yeah, 13's high enough to use the silver sword. And we're gonna bring Hardin up as far as possible. Lena's not really doing much, and I'd like to hang on to some warp uses, even though I'm pretty sure we've got another one of those. Alright, looks good to me. Now this map is all about enemy mages and flyers, despite this being a desert chapter where those are the only unit types whose movements are unrestricted. These mages are going to be somewhat troublesome, to say the least. And let's not go ahead and bait Garnet into attacking us this time. That was a mistake last time. Season 1, I mean. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and have Hardin. Let's see, where's Wendell? Wendell's right here, still carrying the barrier staff. Let's see, this guy has... how much move? 10? Carrying a javelin, so probably not the greatest threat. Alright, so 10 move is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 1, 2. Alright, I don't want anyone who's frail to be above these trees, or above the diagonal these trees are on. So we're gonna move George to be the very edge of that. Abel's gonna make up somewhere in the back. Let's see. With Abel out of the way, we can go ahead and barrier up Hardin. Now he should take 0 damage from most mages on the map for a bit. And speaking of mages on the map, we're going to go ahead and have him get rid of this one. Wonderful, you love to see it. Strength, speed, luck, and defense. We love to see luck. It turns out it's not crit avoid in this game, but rather magic avoid. And magic is very dangerous in this game, so probably want to keep that from getting too close to us. Move Merrick so that he can give the silver sword to Katria. Alright, we can work with that. Move Lena in a bit more. We're going to want Castor to be as close to the enemy Wyvern Knights as he can fathom. We'll want Lind to be pretty close to them as well. Gonna move Marth onto these trees. Onto this fort, actually, because he's taken a bit of damage. Pala and Katria can go on the trees. And we'll prepare Barst and Ogmund across the bridge next turn. Hopefully without the Armor Slayer equipped. Let's change that. Alright. Now let's see what the enemies do. So these flyers are probably both going to attack Hardin. Given he should be the only one in their range. This is good. They're not a big threat to him because he's pretty bulky and fast. Alright, so Castor's not in range to fight anything. So what we can do instead is have George pick off one of these with a steel bow, hopefully. Alright. Not quite a kill, but perfect setup for someone else. I'm going to say probably Katria because she's just starting out on our team. Let's go ahead and attack with Silver Sword. 2 damage. Wonderful. Just enough to make it work, though. Skill, weapon level, speed, and max HP, not bad. Could use some strength, but we can work with that later. Alright, now in order to make this work, what I can do is block this choke with Hardin. Might want to see if I can have someone heal him up first. Let's see, who's been damaged, actually? Katria, George. Marth is at full health, then he might not be capable of dealing damage. 10 strength plus... Yeah, he's not going to be doing much damage, if any at all. So what we can do instead... We're gonna jump on this guy with Abel, Pala, and... Harden. Abel does 5, which frankly is more than I thought he would, so I'll take it. Weapon level, speed, and luck, not bad at all. Harden's gonna go ahead and Silver Lance. Perfect. Alright, Boa should be able to make his way to the convoy next turn, I guess. In the meantime, what we can do is, Cheetah, let's see, Pala's pretty healthy. We're gonna have, let's see, move Marth off the fort. Have Wendell go ahead and barrier up Pala. Not bad at all. Now Pala's gonna go ahead and pick off this thief while blocking the choke from the mages. Good job, Pala. Already more accurate than your supervisor. Not supervisor, superior. Recover staff is gonna be nice. Let's see. Men, blizzard. That's a blizzard. Another blizzard. Here we've got a thunder. What was the boss of this chapter? Bolganone? Swarm. Random Kadane Bishop. And then we've got a Dragoon with a Javelin. Alright, with all that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and move Castor to help with some mages. Ogma's gonna go ahead and prepare to move towards the throne as well. Accompanied, of course, by Barst. Cheetah's gonna be somewhere in the area. Maria's gonna be on standby. Let's see. Might want to have Maria heal. Alright, we're gonna have Lena go ahead and heal George. Perfect amount, really. Merrick's gonna move forward with fire equipped. I don't think we're gonna be needing too much chip. And Lind can go ahead and keep Thunder. Alright. Good job. Alright, Maria's gonna go ahead and heal Katria, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Boa is gonna grab some stuff from Convoy. Not store. Take. I'm gonna grab a heal staff. Yes, take. Me grabbing a Thunder Tome. Yes, take. Let's get Elfire and the secondary Warp Staff. Alright, that should be good for that. We're gonna go ahead and have Harden stay around here to keep us safe from these mages. I think we actually just want to approach the throne just right away. Mostly because ending this map faster is probably the safest bet. So Marth's gonna go ahead and take down that mage. Nice crit from him. What level is he? 12. Not bad at all. Pala. Let's see. This mage has 6 move? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and put Pala right here so that Martha's saved, since that mage shouldn't be able to go on that spot now. Castor can go ahead and move up a bit as well. This mage is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we're good. Bring Katria over to her sister. Abel's gonna stick around with Hardin, I think. Actually, we might want to go ahead and barrier up one of our healers so that Hardin can safely be healed. Since he's pretty low even with the barrier staff. Alright. Let's see, Maria's fine. We're just gonna move everybody up in this pattern. We'll be keeping Lind here. Then we'll probably be moving Wendell and Boa up towards the throne, while keeping Maria, Lena, and Lind with Hardin. Alright, we're gonna end the turn. Nice job taking 0 damage from Thunder. We do love to see it. He whiffed with Blizzard. Fire did nothing. We could theoretically level up our healers. That doesn't really do anything for us, but it is an option now that the barrier staff is on one of them. In the meantime, we're just gonna go ahead and keep chipping away at these guys. Or not, I guess. We're gonna go ahead and barrier Lind. Yeah, I'm making very liberal use of the barrier staff because it occurred to me recently that magic is everything. And now I may have stolen that catchphrase from a very specific Fire Emblem character, but I don't play heroes. I just know the memes, somewhat. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and have Boa. Boa needs to be in position to heal some people next turn, probably. Ogma needs to be in position to obliterate some people. Nice crit, we love to see it. No healing needed yet. Weapon level, speed, and max HP, not bad at all. Now Castor's gonna go ahead and attack from 2 range with the steel gun. Or steel bow, not steel gun. Not bad at all. Pala is probably not super safe against this guy, so we're gonna bait him out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Alright, who would be good for baiting? I think... Is Barst in range? He's not. Who is the highest defense amongst our flyers? That's 10 on Pala, 9 on Sheeta, but also 24 HP. I think Pala's the tankiest person we can throw there. Marth is technically tankier? No. He has higher health, but less defense. Yeah, we're just gonna throw Pala there, I think. And we're gonna bring, Maria and Boa. Gonna put Barst right there. Martha's gonna follow along in the sand. And leave the rest of the Pegasus Knights near, Pala. Alright, that's looking good to me. Man, giving healers experience in this game is just such a funny prospect. Alright. I don't think Pala would have survived a crit, but she survived the attack anyway, at least. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna have Barst move in with plain axe. Bonk. 3 damage is less than I thought he'd do, but still actually pretty respectable for something with 16 defense taking that hit. 17. Let's see, we're gonna have Castor go ahead and just silver bow it, I think. Yeah, probably a safer idea than just anything that I tried earlier. Now, Katri is gonna go ahead and silver sword this priest. I want to see how much strength she gets when she levels up. Might be useful. Let's see. So it turns out, as long as you don't attract Garnith, this map is actually pretty manageable. Good job, Harden. Weapon level, speed, and luck, not bad at all. We're gonna go ahead and barrier Abel for funny reasons. As great as it is to give Marie or Lena some experience by allowing her to get hit, I think we're just gonna go ahead and try and clear these guys out a bit more safely and quickly. And besides, giving Abel some experience will be useful in case we end up having the what's it called? In case we end up finding another promotion item for him. Let's see, Harden's a bit low, technically. So we're gonna go ahead and heal him again. Alright, this time let's try not to bait out Garnith, though. So we'll draw back if need be. Let's see. I get the feeling one of these guys is holding something important, so we're gonna go ahead and have Boa deal with him, I think. So how much move? 6? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2. And Boa has 6 move as well, so it's probably not a big deal. We're just gonna go ahead and have him stand here with the Thunder Tome. I'm gonna put Marth on this fort. Merrick's gonna join the front. Pal's gonna stick somewhere nearby. And we're gonna do some shopping this chapter, I think. Cheetah's gonna be right there. Ogma's gonna start moving up through the sand. Maria's gonna be moved closer to our main group. Let's see if my calculations were correct. Boa's pretty safely taking that guy on. We're gonna go ahead and have Abel chip away at this guy. After all, Abel could use a bit of help in case his promotion item comes along. And we're gonna attack with Elfire this time. And miss. And crit. We're good. If I'm not mistaken, Pala was barriered, right? Yeah. She still has 3 resistance, which is a bit less than I would like to go up against the boss, but we're gonna see what we can do about that. She's a bit low, and probably can't engage this turn. So if I can get... I think I just have to move Wendell over to the boss. We need that barrier staff too much. Swarm's just too dangerous. Staff, heal. Alright, Wendell, time for you to go on a bit of a trek. We're gonna try and bait these mages to be a bit close. Let's see. What sorts of moves can I make here? So the next thing we're gonna do is put Barst on the fort. I think I want as many hands on deck and able to attack as possible next turn, so we're going to move Ogma close. Castor could use a bit of healing, but hopefully he's not going to be in too much danger. Katria is going to be a safe distance away from the boss, since I don't believe any magic has 3 range in this game. Same with Cheetah. Merrick's gonna be positioned close. And that feels like everyone. There's George and Lena, of course, but they're not really helping take down the boss. Alright, now as for how to do this, I think we want Pala, who still has the last... Never mind, barrier staff isn't close enough. Let's see. I could hand that off, but I don't think anyone really has the inventory space for it. Not Maria's got inventory space. Not staff. Items. Oh, this isn't Wendell, this is Boa, right? This is Wendell. And he's not close enough to do anything, right? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just do something a bit risky. Before that, we're gonna give Katria another priest. Bonk. Bonk. Good job, Katria. Alright, I'm just... Even though this is a dangerous idea, I'm just gonna go ahead and attack full force this turn. We're gonna use a Killing Edge. Nice crit. Alright, Ogma did a pretty hefty blow, to say the least. And I'm feeling like if Castor can make it, he cannot. Alright. Marth should be accurate enough to hit this guy. This is a risky move, but that's exactly the fun part. Gonna have him use the Killing Edge. Alright. So with that out of the way, we could theoretically seize next turn, but I'm pretty confident in our abilities to get some inventory management done, since that's something that I always do in this game. Alright, Abel's gonna go ahead and take that guy down, or not. That's what we have Lind for. Alright, Garnif shouldn't move. We shouldn't be anywhere near close enough to draw his ire, to say the least. And with the enemy boss down, hopefully reinforcements stop as well. We're just gonna ignore those chests because I'm not gonna sneak past Garnif. It's just not gonna happen. We're gonna go ahead and have George do some inventory management real quick. Convoy. Store. I'm gonna store that Orion's Bolt since I don't have anyone who can promote with it anyway. Yes, we're gonna take. Do we have any weaker than silver steel bows? No, but we do have the Parthia. We're gonna have... we're gonna keep it in the inventory for now. Thunder Tome, Vulnerary, Killing Edge, Armor Slayer, Warp Slayer, Thoron. Don't need anything. So what we can do is we can set Katria and Pala to do some shopping since their inventories aren't always full. I don't have time to play with you, little prince. If you want Falchion, you'll have to come to Thebes. Okay, good to know. Garnif actually leaves if you beat the boss. While that checks out, I was not aware of that. Alright, we've got a Dragoon here. Possesses some kind of threat. 17 defense with 2 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. We're just gonna go ahead and try to draw some people out of that range. Let's see. Ogma can't quite escape, I don't think. So instead we're going to double down, put him on the fort, and have him equip the Levin Sword. Keep everyone relatively distant. Including you, Boa. And you, Wendell. Alright, well with Garnif Garnif out of the way, nothing stopping us from pushing up and defeating these enemies. The lance broke. Bit of an oof. We can work with that. Arden's gonna go ahead and use the lance on this guy. Good job, Harden. Linda's gonna go ahead and get herself some more experience as well. Skill, weapon level, speed, and max HP. Wonderful. Ah, they still keep coming. Good to know. Marth is, oof. Let's see, do we have anyone who can heal people? Isn't looking like it, but what we do have is the Excalibur Tome. Ah, that did not do as much as I thought it would. What we do have is the Silver Bow. That's more like it. Alright, Castor. Let's see this level. Strength, skill, and defense. Wonderful. Alright, let's gather up our shoppers. Paolo might want to deposit that recover staff first, but Catria, or Cheetah on the mean hand, no. Catria has enough inventory spaces to view such things. Grab a Killing Edge. Grab... Killing Edge and Silver Lance are the only notable things here, really. Grab 2 of those. Let's see, can I view the shop even though my inventory's full? Fire, Thunder, Blizzard, Elfire, Bolganone. Bolganone could be fun to use. Alright. So let's go ahead and take a look at George again. Convoy, how many items can you carry still? $14 more. Alright, we're not really out of inventory space quite yet. Yeah, 14 more. Might want to clear out some of the weapons anyway, really. Like, I don't think we need most of these. So we're gonna go ahead and sell some of our nearly broken weapons. Oh! These shops actually are different this time around. Good to know. Hey, can you not? Wait, you can't sell weapons in this game, right? So we're gonna go ahead and discard the Plain Lance and the Iron Sword. Drop. Alright, let's see. Ogma could use something a bit more usable than an Iron Sword. Barst has every axe he could conceivably need with... Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna do some more inventory management over the course of this. I think I left Harden in range of a Fire Mage. 2 of them. This is a mistake. Oops. Well, there goes another carry. God, why am I stupid like this? So focused on shopping that I let everyone die. Well, that's just embarrassing, I'd say. On the bright side, when everybody wields silver weapons, hopefully we'll be fine. And hopefully everybody has high enough weapon level to use silver weapons. I don't remember what the actual level requirement is, but we're pretty good on it, I'd say. Let's see, who is my lowest weapon level that's still using silver weapons? Not Ogma, notably. Pal's weapon level is 12 and she's using weapons just fine. Sheeta's is 19 and she's using her weapons just fine. I think it's like 13 that allows silver, if I'm not mistaken. No, 11. 11's fine for the silver bow, apparently. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and visit this armory. Pick up silver sword. 2 of them, I think. Convoy. Store. One of these killing edges. Yes, and we'll take. Like a javelin or something? No. What I can take is, this Orion's Bolt and sell it next turn, I guess. No, we don't need to sell anything. We've got 60,000 gold. Even with the silver card, this is like way more than I'll ever need. So let's drop some weaker weapons. Like, I don't think we're gonna be needing a silver axe. Or a steel bow, for that matter. Nope. Alright. Gonna go ahead and have Ogma drop the iron sword. Looks good to me. And while keeping the bottom crew mindful of enemies, we're gonna continue doing inventory management. Man, I can't believe I lost Hardin like that. That's just so embarrassing. So we're gonna go ahead and drop the steel bow. Alright. Ogma, Convoy. He could use a silver sword, to say the least. Because right now he's got Armor Slayer, 11 Sword, and a Killing Edge, if I'm not mistaken. So let's get him a silver sword. Should have one in here. I guess not. Well, Well, let's go ahead and deposit one of Sheeta's and get one from the shop right away. Store. Silver sword. Nope, that'll be it. Then Ogma's gonna come up and grab a silver sword as well. We have plenty of silver bows, so I don't think we'll need anything from that. Pala has a killing edge and a silver lance. Next turn we'll drop her recover staff off and get her a silver sword as well. We continue moving to avoid the mages. Abel could use a silver sword. Eventually. Move Ogma off the shop. Silver Sword, Silver Lance, Killing Edge. Javelin, Silver Sword, Silver Lance. We're gonna go ahead and give Sheeta a Killing Edge as well. You could use nothing right now, I think. You'll pick up a Silver Sword from the convoy. Store. Recover. Yes. And take. We'll be grabbing a Silver Sword. Yes, we'll take. Surely there's something else here of use. We're gonna go ahead and take the Armor Slayer as well, just in case. Now you can go ahead and pick up, I guess another Silver Sword never hurts, given how many sword users we have in our army. Alright, and I think that's good for inventory management for now, unless I want to drop Marth's Iron Sword or something. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and go to the castle now. Can you hear me, Prince Marth? Alright. We've seen this cutscene in the last time around, so we're gonna go ahead and fast forward all gameplay again. We need to bring Goto the Light Sphere and Star Sphere. Doing both will allow us to create the Starlight, which will be the only weapon we can damage Garneth with. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and bring Sheeta, Barst, Ogma, Castor, Lena, Merrick, Wendell, Abel, George, Lind, Katria, Pala. And we're gonna bring Ricard. Mostly because I don't actually know if I have any door keys. Where is he? There he is. Bit of an oof that we don't bring Boa this map, but it'll be fine, I think. In fact, where's... We start around here, and there's a convoy where? On this little thing. Alright, we need Marth to go over here for these villages. Yeah, this looks good to me. So this is your country, Altea. Yes, Dolor has occupied it for 2 years now. I escaped to Talus only thanks to my sister Elisa's help. And in my place, she was captured by Dolor. I have no idea where she is now. I vow that I will do whatever I can to rescue her. Excuse me. Alright everyone, it is time to take back Altea. Let us begin. Alright, speaking of taking back Altea, the way we're going to go about that is a bit awkward. So we really want this guy. So we're actually going to have Marth go through the bottom. In the meantime, he will be accompanied by Sheeta, Katria, and Pala, mostly because I can't think of anyone else more capable of taking on these Silver Sword heroes. Items, Silver Sword. Alright, we're gonna bring Lind with us as well. Here comes Marth. There goes Ricard. I think everybody else wants to go the long way around. So we're gonna have Ogma take up the lead, of course. Abel's gonna move in with them. So is Barst. We're gonna keep Wendell near the rescue crew. Gonna move Merrick over like this. Lena, gonna do her thing. And George will be following as well. Alright, I believe that's everyone. Oh, I forgot to account for the fact that there are wyverns. Right, that's the thing. Why do I keep doing this? Alright, Marth should be fine. He's not going to do much, but he should be fine. Nice crit. And he's not appearing to be in much danger. Alright, let's not get Marth killed instantly. Or anyone else for that matter, hopefully. We have Wendell and Lind, we should be fine. Let's see, where's this thief going? You got anything funny on him? Probably. So we're gonna deal with the wyverns first. So first off, Lind is gonna use Aura on one of them just right away. We need as much firepower as we can get. Good job, Lind. Wendell's gonna use Thunder on the next one. Could be better, could be worse. Sheeta's gonna come in with a Silver Lance. And do barely anything, but we need as much damage as we can muster. Strength increased by 1, weapon level, luck, and defense. Not bad at all, especially given the circumstances we're in now. Hala's gonna Silver Lance as well. Good job, Pala. And we're actually, I think, gonna have Marth just stay here and put Ricard in this circle so that he doesn't face death. Sheeta should be fine in theory, and so should Pala. Marth isn't in too much danger, I don't think, because he actually got hit by like 3 of them there. He should be fine. I hope he's fine. What's this one wielding, actually? Because he missed earlier. Rider's Bane. Good thing we're getting everyone else out. Only effective against Cavaliers, so nothing to worry about there, since there are no Cavaliers in the area. While we're in the area, I'm gonna go ahead and stop at this house. I don't believe I've stopped at any houses in this game, but we're gonna do it. I have something very important to tell you. Listen well. In the northwest of this land, you will find 2 villages. A paladin named Aaron dwells in the western village. In the easterly one is a hero named Samson. Both of them are fine men. The problem is the feud between their villages. Due to this rivalry, you can only add one of them to your ranks. Think hard about this before visiting either village. For what it's worth, I think we want Aaron because, frankly, just more move. And also, hopefully, patch up the hole left by losing Hardin last map. That was embarrassing. I still can't believe I let that happen. I forgot how quickly the barrier staff wears out. Either way, it's gonna take us a hot minute to get Marth over there, because he's got to rescue Shane first. Alright, Marth is fine. He crit, in fact, with a silver sword. Does he have a silver sword right now? What weapon is he doing 2 damage with? Because I am impressed. Oh, with the killing edge, that would explain it. Alright, Lynn's just gonna aura this one as well. Let's go luck and defense. This guy has 11 swords, so we can't really cheese him by lobbing magic over, but we can cheese him with the barrier staff. In order for that to happen, though, I feel like we need to barrier up Ricard as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have... Where's Palla? Palla's gonna step on this fort. Wait. We're gonna barrier her. Staff. Barrier. Palla. And the next turn we're gonna barrier Ricard and have him open the door. Mostly so that he doesn't face the hero directly, which could be catastrophic. We've already lost a thief, I don't want to lose our other one. I really hope a shop containing barrier staves shows up soon. That would be nice. Ogwa's not quite in range to catch this guy, but we can chip at him with the Levin sword. Gonna go ahead and have Castor kinda awkwardly stand by on top of one of these villages. And we're gonna have Abel block off the other one just in case this thief is like other thieves that destroy villages in these games. Now we move up George, we move up Barst. I get the feeling these forts are going to be hiding huge reinforcement waves, and I don't want to deal with that. Alright, what do these enemies do? That thief is hiding on a fort. We're gonna go ahead and have, let's say Abel pick him off. If he is, of course, able. Nice. Alright. 15 strength, weapon level, speed, luck, and defense. That's a pretty good level up. Abel could become our next Harden. All we need is a promotion item. Let's see, Javelin, Rider's Bane, Armor Slayer, and Javelin. Pretty awkward set of equipment, but we can deal with it. So first we need to move George. I need to move Ogma and Barst towards a more suitable choke, I'd say. Only problem is there's not really any suitable chokes in the area. Honestly, it might just be a better idea to move Ogma in there with the Levin sword anyway. Ogma should be able to handle himself. He'll be fine. Level 4 hero. There's a bunch of plain cavaliers. Worst comes to worst, we have Abel move in and take out the one that's got the Rider's Bane before Abel can get hit with it. Though also that could be a terrible idea given my track record with hitting people with effective weaponry. Alright, so we're gonna barrier up Ricard. Use the master key. Now Pala can go ahead and duel the hero. Alright, the effects of the barrier staff are keeping her safe from the Levin sword. Skill Lux and max HP. That guy's only got 11 sword. This guy, however, has a silver sword. Granted, Pala should be way faster, if I'm not mistaken. 15 speed compared to 15. Why is this guy so fast, actually? Is 11 sword just particularly light? Probably. Nothing much we can do there. We're gonna move Marth onto this fort so he gets a bit of healing. No, we're gonna move someone a bit more riskable, like Sheeta, onto the fort. And how much damage does that guy take? Bit less than half. Alright, the AI is probably gonna draw back by one and hit, what's his name? Or what's her name? Pala. Nope, he's just gonna hit Ricard for some reason. Fascinating. Upon closer examination, I'm not sure if this is the best place for Ogma to be. No particular weapon holds any danger for him, but having the entire crew here could be troublesome, to say the least. This one's got the Rider's Bane. We're just gonna pull back, I think. How many people can get to the other side of this bridge? Barst can hold one of the bridges. We're gonna leave Abel not in range of the Rider's Bane guy. George is gonna go ahead and get behind Barst. Castor is gonna go ahead and get behind Ogma. How much move do these guys have? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. Try and get just a bit closer. Ogma's gonna draw back with a Killing Edge. And if that breaks, he probably just equips the other thing. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. Merrick is exposed here. I miscalculated. I'm gonna pray that things go correctly. In the meantime, over here, we're gonna go ahead and have Pala chip away with a Silver Lance. Alright, now we can draw Ricard back and fire at him with, like, Lind. Or this is Merrick, isn't it? No, this is Lind. We're gonna barrier just in case that doesn't go very well. Aura. Nice hit. Hero Crest. For that mercenary I definitely have. Well, if I really need to, I guess I could bring Caesar and Rat up to speed now. Let's see. Nothing of note. Silver Sword. Alright, how much move do these guys have? 9? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have anyone qualified to tank a hero? If I do, it's probably Sheeta? She's a bit lower than I'd like her to be for it. That guy has how much strength? 9. So her defense cancels out her strength, or his strength, but I don't remember how much might a silver sword has. I'm going to be making a mistake, say caution to the wind, and trust her to hold with a silver sword. This gives us space to enter and do stuff, unless Shane does something stupid, I guess. In fact, just in case, we're going to move Marth into this little pocket where he can't be hit, so hopefully if Shane does something stupid, we can reach him. Yeah, that looks good. I have to redeem myself, because this is the map where we failed last time. Alright. Nothing of note there. Getting hit by a javelin, perfectly normal. Getting hit by a different javelin. Ow, that was a crit. Sheeta was indeed qualified to tank that guy. We'd love to see it. Now I'm gonna do something a bit risky and try to feed this to Katria. Alright, perfect. Strength, skill, speed, defense, max HP. Overall, pretty good stat spread. And now Marth can go ahead and speak to Shane this time. Hey there, Prince. Thanks for saving me. The name's Shane. I come from a faraway land. My people can transform into anybody. Dolar found out and demanded I join them. I refused. I'd never help those villains. I'd be happy to help you fight them, though. Alright, this time we've got Shane alive. He is a freelancer, which is a very fascinating class. We're gonna demonstrate it real quick. Shane has transformed into Pegasus Knight. Now he has the same stats as the person he transformed into. Even down 2 HP if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It is an intriguing way of doing things. I'm not sure when the transformation ends, though. All I know is Shane is incredibly stupid. Like, he's really good because he becomes your best unit, literally. If we had Minerva still, we could have 2 Minervas flying around, but unfortunately that's not how things went this time around. Alright, I think what we're gonna do now is, how do we want to do this? Alright, so first off, we're going to try and get Merrick safely behind our crew with the Excalibur Tome. I'm pretty sure we just want to use as many high damage weapons as we possibly can from here on out. Use George to snipe away the steel bow. Yeah, this should be the Rider's Bane guy, so it should be safe to move, what's his name? Abel in now. We should be able to do that. Get it? Why do I even bother? Let's see. So I feel like the next move should be Physicking Barst. We're gonna draw a decent distance away first. That ain't Barst. This one. Now we're gonna have Abel move in with the Rider's Bane, since the Rider's Bane Cavalier would have been the greatest threat last time. Actually, is there anything of note hiding here? Here's an Armor Slayer one. These two are both javelins. These have bows. That one seems particularly weak. This one is a paladin carrying a silver lance. Probably don't want to move too close to him. So we're just going to go ahead and use the Rider's Bane on this guy. One with the Javelin that crit Barst. Because how rude he was. Have Barst throw out the 19 out of 28 isn't favorable. He should be fine as long as he doesn't get crit again. Actually, what we're going to do instead is we're just going to walk up one, use the Killing Edge, alright, not bad at all. Weapon level, luck, max HP. We're going to have Castor go ahead and use the bowgun for accuracy reasons. Not bad at all. God, I will never get over how monstrous 15 strength on an archer is. This guy's insane. Alright, let's see. Is there, do we have another physic user on the map? No, we do not. This is troublesome. What we can do, though, is go ahead and wipe out the, Fortify Priest sometime next turn. She does a bit low, so I'll want to patch her up before she does that, but Pala can just sit on this fort and then go do it. This guy has a steel sword, so nothing of note there, nothing of concern. Staff heal. Do 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 do. I think we're gonna leave that there. Alright, that Silver Lance guy is getting uncomfortably close. Ogma's gonna go ahead and take care of that guy. That was the Armor Slayer, if I'm not mistaken. Fortify Priest getting into position for next turn, if I'm not mistaken. Barst is getting repeatedly shot, but he should be fine. Alright, so now what we can do is we can go ahead and unlock this door with Ricard. Items, Master Key, use. Alright. Katria is going to go ahead and forge forward. Shane taking just the slightest lead over her because he was a tile closer. And Marth taking a bigger leap forward because he's got boots. Funny how simply wearing boots in this universe makes you capable of moving further than most Pegasi and horses. We're going to equip the rapier because of the seeming inevitability of facing Cavaliers. Alright, with Pala in a better position now, we can go ahead and start moving her towards the enemy. She can have the Silver Lance equipped. Sheeta can go ahead and... Wendell's not going to be a factor here. This is unfortunate, but I've just not positioned him correctly. He's not going to make it anywhere anytime soon, so we're just going to top off Sheeta. Let's see, what's this guy got? Killing Edge, and the non-named enemy has a steel sword. This looks like it'll be a job for whoever was carrying the Armor Slayer, which does happen to be a Pala. So we're going to go ahead and start off by, I think we can pretty comfortably Killing Edge this guy. I think. Apparently not comfortably at all, upon closer examination. However, I have trust. Terrible mistake, probably. Alright, so this guy can go down. With a bowgun. Come on. Can't do that to me. It's another, like, 95 or something I missed. Come on. George is gonna go ahead and, try to correct that mistake. Come on. Okay, we're good. George got a hit. Weapon level, max HP. Alright, this guy is incredibly threatening. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run straight up with a Rider's Bane and hope it connects. Because I'm not seeing any better situation, or better answers to this situation. Alright. Abel, make us proud. That Rider's Bane does nothing. Jesus Christ. We're gonna have to make some changes then. Alright, we're gonna have to heal Barst again, because we're gonna require his tankiness here. Physic, Barst. Alright, one of these is demonstrably weaker, and I think I want that one out of the way first. 522, 725. Alright, Ogma's just gonna come in with the Silver Sword. Alright, Ogma's in a bit of danger here. This could end poorly if we're not careful. I'm feeling confident in Barst's ability to get rid of this guy. Not on his own, apparently. This could be awkward. We could lose someone. We're gonna Blizzard. Well, I guess we're losing Merrick. Unfortunate, but it happened again. On the bright side, we've still got Lind, Boa, and Wendell, so it's not like we'll be missing a magic user. Though it is a shame that he missed. Actually, would Blizzard have killed? Blizzard would not have killed. That was just a terrible miscalculation on my part. Oops. Alright. Cheetah finally got a crit with the Killing Edge. Took her long enough. And they're gonna start chipping Ogma because they believe he's the biggest threat. Oddly enough, that lets him survive. Okay, calculated, obviously. I would never do such a thing to risk the lives of my people. Alright, with Ogma alive, we're gonna go ahead and Silver Lance the strongest archer here. And, goddamn, just hit your attacks, please, people. Please, I beg of you. What was that again? That was, skill and weapon level and max HP. Not awful, but we could certainly use a bit more. Alright, Barst is gonna go ahead and take a crack at that and miss. God, why? Merrick is gonna just cast Excalibur. Get something out of the way here, please. Crit for 39, not bad at all. Ogma's gonna use the Silver Sword on this guy. Thank goodness he can actually land his attacks. Alright, now I don't believe Castor or George are damaged here, so we can go ahead and just use them to hopefully bring down the last remaining archer. Good job, George. Alright, now we really need Lena to get over here and tend to the wounded, because there are a lot of wounded, it turns out. In the meantime, there's one guy with a Rider's Bane coming in, but I don't think he's anything to worry about. We're gonna send Marth onto the main island where the throne is. We're gonna move Sheeta to take down this priest. Nice crit. We love to see it. Alright, this generic steel sword guy, we're gonna go ahead and use the... I'm gonna try to bait him out with an armor slayer. I don't think we can get him to move though, because it's a castle tile. I'm gonna get as close as I can and try it without directly attacking. Let's see. We need Shane to get a new weapon. Preferably several. Since he can copy class, I'm just gonna give him some silver swords and lances and call that good. I'm gonna get Ricard over to the shop eventually, since he's still carrying the silver card. Alright, this is looking good to me, or about as good as it can. We're gonna need Marth to go to the village, right? That would be important. Pala's gonna go ahead and start dealing some damage. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Marth should not be going there, but rather, once more to the village. We're just gonna take this guy down with Castor and George, I think. Get him, Castor? Good job. We don't even need George. Castor's just really good for us somehow. Strength, skill, and max HP. He can basically one-shot anything at this point. He's crazy. 16 strength, I think? Get some people moving. I get the feeling there's going to be reinforcements here, so we're actually going to keep Abel and Ogma. We're going to move Ogma to heal before we block that off with him. Staff. Mend. That's looking better. In the meantime, we'll have Katria. No, this isn't Katria, this is Sheeta. She can't quite make it anyway. Alright, Marth needs to move quickly. Shane is gonna go ahead and check out this whole island, I guess. See if there's anything useful for us. Ricard's gonna prepare to hand a silver card over, so that the person with the empty inventory can do more shopping. And Katria is gonna come assist Pala on her journey. Who doesn't have a silver sword right now? Was that... Not Sheeta, not Ogma. Somebody didn't have a silver sword that I wanted to have one. Probably Abel. Yeah, it's Abel. Alright, she took 9 damage there, and did 14. I'm not going to trust that. We're going to go ahead and back up out of his range. Either he'll chase or he'll step back on the castle. Either way, that's a win for me. Alright, he's chasing. So what we're going to do is we're just going to leave Pala on this fort so that she can recover a bit, because I don't want her to face a crit. That would be awful. Looks like Shane's transformation has worn off. It's taken like 3 or 4 turns. So yeah, let's check the armory. This one has silver sword, lance, and bow. This one has... Let's find out. Armor Slayer, Rapier, Killing Edge, Rider's Bane, Silver Lance, Silver Bow, Steel Bow. Alright, this shop has Vulnerary, Mend, Recover, Blizzard, Elfire, Bolganone. We're probably going to want some Mend and Recover staves. This shop contains Vulnerary, Door Key, Heal, Fire, Thunder. If we're buying Mend and stuff, we don't really need those. Lynn's gonna make her way to the top island as well. Marth is gonna continue his march towards the villages. And yeah, we're gonna go for Erin, which is the one on the left. I'm gonna leave Sheeta, or not Sheeta, Ogma here. And we're gonna start not moving many people because I think we could use the time. In the meantime, Shane's gonna go ahead and check out the convoy for some more useful items than an iron sword. Take Silver Lance. Yes. Take Killing Edge. Yes. Take. Do we have a silver sword still? No. We'll get that sorted out later. Oh, there are reinforcements. I was correct. This is troublesome. Weapon level luck max HP. We might want the squad here to actually cover up these forts. Item, equip Armor Slayer. This guy has a lance and a lance. This one has a steel bow. I'm feeling like we can just block off this bridge and silver lance that. And if there's anything that future Fire Emblem games did that's way better and nicer than this game, it's just allowing you to access your convoy in battle preps. It's such a huge change. It makes so much things better. Like, I played FE3 on the Japanese Nintendo Switch online. I'm not sure if it was there, but if it was, it's great. And things like Three Houses and such, it's amazing. I could not live without it. Alright, Ricard's gonna go ahead and start buying some stuff. Might want to empty out his inventory a bit first. How much gold do we have? Funds. You've got 62,000. I don't think we need to be concerned about gold. Let's just get Shane a silver sword already. That's not the right shop for that. Armory. Silver sword. Yes. Okay. Alright. Pala's pretty close to full again. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and have her draw him out. This is gonna be a mistake, but I have confidence that she won't be crit. And besides, Lynn's here with the Oratome. Staff, heal. And we're probably just gonna warp Marth to the throne next turn or something. Blizzard Tome. Alright, that's plenty more enemies all of a sudden. I'm not 100% confident in our ability to do this without throne warping. Especially if Ogma keeps missing his attacks like that. Well, Ogma's just dead. Never mind then. Unfortunate. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're going to... What did this guy have? Silver Lance, that explains it. We're gonna go ahead and use Excalibur on the Silver Lance guy. Not bad at all. Oh man, Og was dead too. This is awful. We're gonna recruit Aaron. I am Aaron. Once I was a knight captain. I left that life behind me, but if you have true need of my strength, I will join you. The feud between these two villages is bitter. If our neighbors hear you visited us, they will bar their gates. If you had hoped to recruit the hero Samson, I am sorry. No, we wanted Aaron. He's a paladin. Let's see, 8 strength, 10, 11 speed, 10 defense. Let's compare that with Abel. Not too much worse, I guess. I could definitely work with this. Now we're just gonna warp Marth over because I cannot stay here. I need to get off this map. We're just gonna warp him haphazardly over here. Pal is pretty safe, actually, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna move Linda up to attack with Thunder. Alright, she did end up hitting. Good to see. Weapon level 6, so weapon level, speed, luck, defense. I can work with those. Let's see. So that's how much strength? 12 strength with a silver lance. No, killing edge. Pala could very well get crit here, but I don't really think I can do anything to mitigate that risk, especially with how quickly I need to get out of here. Or, no, I'll just attack with Lind first and then go from there. Silver bow. Do it to him, please, George. Nope. No such thing. Castor can use the bow gun. Or I'll probably just silver bow him. I can't spend any... I can't reserve any weapon uses. This is a fight for many people's lives right here. I might want to just Rider's Bane that, but also he's only at 2. I'll just Silver Lance. God, I might lose Abel here too. This is a very troublesome map indeed. Well, I think as long as I don't lose my flyers, I'm fine, but everyone else is a tragic loss indeed. Just gonna equip the Silver Sword. And we're gonna have Barst hopefully draw like a single arrow shot or something. Alright, I think that's all we can really do here. Yeah, Abel's in danger. This is not good. Strength, skill, luck, defense. Please let that defense go to use. Please. Please. Nope, Abel's dead. Man, I'm losing everyone left and right. This is just terrible. This is unfortunate. Alright, we're gonna use... not Thunder. We need to use Aura here. Let's see... what else can I do? Pala with the Armor Slayer. Nice crit. It's holding Draco Shield. Skill speed, max HP. We're gonna go ahead and store that. That's an item that will increase someone's defense. Oh god. This guy just... that guy got rid of Abel. This is sad. I will be taking my revenge. I don't care if it's dangerous. What bow does this guy have? Silver bow, that explains it. Alright, Ogma and Abel are some pretty big losses if we're being honest. This is not something we can so easily replace. Though Shane will be a huge help coming up as well. Marth's gonna go ahead and claim. Soldiers of Altea, and everyone who has lent us your strength, you have my gratitude. Thanks to you, we have finally taken our country back from Dolar. Many enemies still remain inside the castle, however. Do not drop your guard. Oh god. This is not going to be a fun chapter. Right, people we're going to need. Marth, Sheeta, Barst, Castor, Lena, Merrick, Wendell, George. Wendell, George. Lind, Katria, Pala, Ricard, Shane. Aaron, Maria. Let's see, do we boa somewhere in here? Yes. Alright. We started reaching the point where I'm, going to have to be very careful about which units I can and can't bring, obviously. But we need as many magic users as we can have. Alright, I think this is as ready as we can be. So, Marth, you've come crawling back to your homeland, just to die. I am Lord Medius's most formidable servant, Morsas of Basilisk. You're too late. Too late. Your mother, Liza, has already breathed her last, and your sister, Elise, is in Garneff's hands now. It's all my doing. If that angers you, why don't you see if you can defeat me? That's, something we'll have to do anyway, so might as well get on with it, right? Alright, so this is a very troublesome map, it appears. Let's see. What can we realistically do here? We need to get Aaron a bit kitted out. I think we turned Zane into one of the flyers? Shane? Let's see. We've got a Silverbow Sniper with 15 speed and 8 strength here. Steel Sword Hero with 15 speed and 9 strength. I'm not sure if we even want to go this way. But there is plenty of treasure. And I think, I might just have to go for it. So this guy has a silver bow. These ones have fortify staves. Let's see. Could I realistically have somebody with, I don't feel like I could realistically have one of my mages take that guy on. So Pala, Catria, Shane. We're gonna bring Shane to the left as one of the flyers. I could transform him, apparently, into Marth, but I don't think that'll be very helpful here. So, Pegasus Knight. This is borrowing Pala's stats, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. We're gonna hand Aaron a Silver Lance and the Worm Slayer, I think. In order for him to do that, we need to get him all the way to the convoy down here. This is Wendell. We're gonna have him go face these Manicheets. We're not gonna open this door until we're ready, and I'd say we're ready once we've gotten the treasure over here. Let's see. Who can I have intercept this thief? Probably like Sheeta or something. I don't think she's close enough to, but she'll at least start making her way. Move Catria. Move Pala. Equip a Killing Edge. Moving Castor. This is Merrick, and this is Lind. Move Boa to be close to Sheeta. Have him equip Thunder because I don't think we need something super powerful yet. Barst relatively close. Get George and, is this Lena or Maria? This is Maria. I think that's about as good as we can do for this turn. Alright, they're coming straight at us, it seems. And those thieves are probably gonna be thieves. Yep, heading towards the treasure instead of towards us. Alright, this is gonna be a bit of a very awkward fight. So what we need to do is, where's Wendell? This is Wendell. We need him to barrier someone who can stand at the front line. I don't think he's in range of anyone who can do that. Now, let's start off with what we can do. So we're gonna go ahead and have Castor just pick this guy off with a silver bow. Nice crit, we love to see it. I think we're gonna have Sheeta go around and chase these thieves. And also primarily get this mage out of the way. No Killing Edge crit. Hate to see it. She should be safe for one more hit. Let's see. So this is Pala and Catria. I think our best bet here is just making sure they can that only one person can stand on the tile. Let's equip a silver sword and not silver lance. And Pala will also want to do roughly the same. Equipping a silver sword and not the armor slayer. Alright, we need Aaron to get this silver lance and this Wormslayer. Convoy. Take. We're gonna take the... Where were they? There's the Wormslayer. Yes, take... We should have a Silver Lance in here, right? I guess not. Interesting. Huh. Well, I guess in that case we can go ahead and give him a rider's... he's already got one. Where's that Armor Slayer? There it is. That should be it. Now, let's move Boa, Lind, and Merrick up so that they can assist with magic. While also hopefully not putting themselves in danger. Barst is gonna move up. Ricard's gonna stick away from that opening because that archer's got got 2 range. Shade's gonna find somewhere to be. George is gonna stick around somewhere. Wendell's gonna get as close as he can. Marth is gonna get as close as he can, without putting himself in danger, of course. Maria is on her way. Alright, let's look at realistically what happens next turn. So, there's a Javelin Armor Knight, and another Javelin Armor Knight, and a Manakee. This could be dangerous. I don't think we've got much we can do about it. Alright. They're both going for Catria, it seems. She's actually safe. Foe used Fortify, which should heal everything on the map, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, we might unironically want to warp someone into the treasure chamber just to block it off. Who would be qualified for that? Oddly enough, I feel like Aaron. Aaron might be our most logical choice there. Now the question is, where's my warp staff? Because it's not a Maria, that's for sure. It's not Boa? Boa's got a warp staff. Lena's got 2 uses. Let's find out. Alright, so Merrick is going to go ahead and use Excalibur. Not bad. Skill, luck, max HP. Let's see, we'll need to draw Catria back to heal, I think. And we're just gonna leave Palla here with the Armor Slayer and trust her to, not be attacked by literally everything, and only instead figuratively. Yeah, I think we do want to warp Aaron into the treasure room with the Silver Sword equipped. Is Boa close enough to get that done? No. We'll have to find a different person. I guess we could heal up Catria and then send her in? That probably is our most logical choice, so we're gonna go ahead and move Barst here to hopefully soak like a Javelin or something. Move Ricard here to make space. Have Catria. No. I think Transformed Shane might be able to get it done. But that archer is genuinely concerning, along with the fact that he'll untransform any second now. How's Marth's durability looking? 8 defense, 30 HP, 38 HP. How's his offense looking? 14 speed, 10 strength. I don't think he could do it. How much move do these thieves have? Yeah, I think we'll just need to wait a turn for Katria to be able to move in, possibly even with Shane. Yeah, we're gonna mend this turn so that we can warp safely next turn. And Castor is gonna go ahead and do some funny business with his silver bow. Can he damage these armor knights? Pretty considerably, yeah. Castor's unironically, like, putting in a lot of work. Strength, skill, and max HP, we love to see it. Actually, we might want to draw George, or draw the sniper over with George for a sniper duel. How are George's stats compared to his? Less strength, speed, and defense. This is not good. Well, if they're carrying the same weapon, I don't think he'll be doubled, at least. And George's defense pretty comfortably cancels out. All that would be left is the might. Alright, this is a bit of a risky play, but we're gonna do it. Because I need to be able to get someone in there without being shot down immediately. And these thieves have 7 moves, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just barely not enough to be to collect any treasure. Alright, in the meantime, Boa's in position, Shane is in position. The only thing that can make this go poorly is if Shane untransforms. Wendell's gonna move up to help this crew. Let's see, is there anyone in particular here who is damaged right now? Not looking like it. I think we just gotta go. Katria. No, Sheeta. Ah, I forgot about Sheeta. She will not be okay. This is unfortunate. Alright, George is gonna be in the sniper duel. He survives. Sheeta is not in a sniper duel, and notably survives as well. Good to know. Pala faced a lot more mages than I thought. That is not good for us. Alright, Pala's down. This is bad. What we can do, though, is, staff, warp, Sheeta into the treasure room. Not Sheeta. This is Katria. Silver sword. Alright, I think our next priority is putting someone so that Sheeta can't be, or Katria can't be sniped. But in order to do that, we're going to need some more space, so Castor's going to get rid of that armor knight. Wendell's gonna, let's see, what weapons these guys have. This is Bolganone, and that's Elfire. How realistic are 12? I think Sheeta can kill with a Silver Lance. Yep, alright, Sheeta did make it out alive. Good to see. Up next, I think, should be... Shane's about to untransform, but he still has some stuff left in him. So I think what we can do is I need Barst to be able to attack someone here. If Barst can make space for someone, we're good. Let's try and get him to get rid of the Elfire Mage. Alright, Barst was fast enough to double the Elfire Mage, good to see. Alright, Aura has like 20 might, so I might just want to... How lucky is this guy? 0 luck. Alright, we're gonna draw George back. Have Lind move in with the Aura Tome. Aura should have enough might to one-shot this guy. Alright, we're good. Let's see. Wendell can go ahead and... No. Boa can go ahead and use Bolganone. Not Bolganone. He's got Elfire. Alright. Let's use this Elfire. And miss. Wonderful. Just great. Let's see. Boa had my other warp staff, so this makes things awkward. What are Merrick's odds of doubling with Excalibur? I'm gonna take them, whatever they are. Pretty good, actually. Good to know. Alright. So now we can have Shane go ahead and do something against this guy. With the Killing Edge. No. I'm gonna say Silver Lance, probably. Not bad at all, Shane. Alright. George could use a mend. We don't have a mend. Let's see, Barst is healthy, Shane's relatively healthy. He should be able to outspeed that guy, especially with Palace stats. I just hope he doesn't untransform like this turn awkwardly. In fact, we're gonna leave Marth over here just in case he does. And we're gonna need someone ready to heal Sheeta. And Aaron's just kind of awkwardly here. Alright. That thief's probably gonna steal a treasure. Not much I can do about that at that rate. Nice crit from Marth. Let's see. What can we do here? Sheeta's ready to be healed. Do I have any ranged attacks to deal with that guy with? No. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, Marth could theoretically make it to that guy. I want this one out of the way first, though. Good job, Boa. No stat gains. It do be like that. I don't believe his stats are particularly high. I don't believe he has particularly high growths anyway. Alright, Shane. Can you make it to that guy? No. This is just such a troublesome chapter. Catri's gonna go ahead and Silver Lance. This is problematic. I'm gonna have to use another warp staff if I want to preserve any of the treasure. Alright, who should be able to hit this guy pretty consistently? I'm gonna warp in Castor, I think. Alright, Castor, go ahead and do something, please. God. What is up with my accuracy being awful every time? Well, that's 2 treasures stolen, and all I can do is hope they weren't particularly valuable. Alright, I guess in the meantime we've gotta get other people moving, so we're gonna go ahead and, start getting everyone over to that side. Since Marth's got... no, we're still gonna want Ricard for extra looting. Right, Shane. Is anybody here still injured? George. We're gonna heal George. Shane's gonna start making his way over. How much move does Shane normally have? I'm gonna assume like 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave Aaron right there. Start having Barst and Lind and Merrick make their ways over. I'm still so mad about that miss. Why am I so prone to missing high percent hit? Treasure stolen. Not much we can do about it. I swear to God, Castor actually hit him this time, please. We're gonna switch to the bowgun for accuracy purposes. I should have just done that from the start. I thought the silver bow would be accurate, but apparently I was wrong. Holding door key. Wow, how useful. Alright, let's hope there's good stuff in here to make this all worth it, because if not, then oof. Paladin's Honor. We're gonna store that away, though unfortunately our other paladin is dead. Let's see. How much move does the Freelancer have normally? 6. Alright, we're still good. So Aaron's gonna transform... not Aaron. Shane's gonna transform into Aaron. Boa's gonna keep moving forward. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Gonna have Boa heal, top off Catria, or not Catria, this is Sheeta. Alright. Looks good to me. Boa can top off Catria. Get everyone in position. Man, we've lost a lot of frontliners recently, haven't we? That's a shame. On the bright side, Shane will allow us to make up for any gaps in our defenses still. Foe used Fortify. Interesting maneuver. I don't know who Tony is, but apparently they're now playing Pokemon Shield. Secret Book, that's some more skill for someone. Not sure who really, if I'm being honest. Chest. 15,000 gold. Never a bad thing to have. It's gonna take forever to move everyone here. So I'll just get them as close as I can be bothered to. Let's see, who will be important for taking on this room? Because I think Wendell and Boa, Castor, and whoever Shane becomes. So probably, Aaron. We need Castor's monstrous strength stat. Marth can go ahead and open up the last chest. Draco Shield, another one. We're gonna go ahead and store that, I guess. I get the feeling there was an Elysian Whip, or a... what was that called? Draco Whip. There was a... I get the feeling there was a flyer promotion item in one of those chests, and if so, that's an oof, because those are important. Given the fact I'm using 2 flyers. Was previously 4, and then dropped down to 3. Man, this is a rough game. I knew FE1 was rough, but this is like not as easy as I was expecting it to be. Not that I was expecting it to be easy, especially after failing already. But either way. If I fail this season, I'm probably just gonna move straight on to another thing, because I can't do this like 5 times in a row. Alright, I guess that's everyone. So up next we need that door key. Maybe not even that door key, but just Ricard to open the door. Marth's gonna make good use of his boots. Castor's gonna keep moving as quickly as he can. Same with Ricard. Let's get Lena and Maria a bit more safely tucked away behind our team. Boa and Wendell. Let's see, do they have any ranged attacks? This is Javelin and Levin Sword. We might want a barrier to Boa to go up against that, possibly. This one is... which one? Catria. And here's Sheeta. Well, there's some reinforcements, who would have guessed? Well, either way, we don't really have a way of getting this door open until Ricard gets here, so might as well just keep moving him along. Alright, oddly enough, I'm feeling like the most logical course of action here is just letting Castor take care of these armor knights from over the wall with a silver bow. After all, he's proven himself to be quite capable of that. Alright, let's think this through. Yeah, I think that's our best bet. I'm gonna place Castor right there. And end turn. This will not end poorly. Good job, Castor. Let's see. Skill, weapon level, max HP. He might be able to use Parthia by now. Might. Alright, so now we can go ahead and have Ricard open the door. Master key used. We'll have Catria go in and finish this off, I think. Possibly. Silver Lance. Just barely didn't. Oh well. Who can we have chip that away? Lind? Lind. Go ahead and thunder that. Alright, skill, weapon level, speed, and max HP, not bad at all. This guy is a swarm. Oh no, this could be bad. I think we're fine. Alright, well let's have Wendell heal Castor. Have Boa heal him as well. Have Lena heal Catria. Have Aaron move in. Have Shane transform into Aaron once more. Not bad at all. Alright, who's going to be important for taking this guy down? Because I think we'll want Sheeta, we'll want Castor, we'll want various people, really. And all I need to do is hope that I can move someone into his range safely without the barrier staff. Unless Lind is already in his range, which is entirely possible. In fact, I so believe it, I'm just gonna move people a bit closer. What's Marth's health looking like? He's fine. Huh, is this everyone I have? Wow, I really have lost a lot, haven't I? Alright, the reinforcements are finally on the move since we've opened the door and put people in their range. That Swarm Bishop doesn't appear as though he's interested in attacking, so what we're going to do is not that. What we're going to do is apparently not that either. Alright, how many uses does the barrier staff still have? 6? 6, we can work with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we're gonna move Lind away from things. We're gonna have Aaron get barriered. Staff, barrier, Aaron. And now he's going to take down the Swarm Bishop, because that is a very big threat to us, to say the least. So... probably Silver Sword, yeah. Nine damage. That hurts. Even with the barrier staff. He's got 3 HP left, so we're gonna go ahead and try and finish him off with this Javelin from Cheetah. This might end poorly. Alright, we're good. It didn't end poorly. We're fine. Alright. So that's Swarm Tome. Not sure who's that's gonna go on, but I guess we have it now. I'm just gonna leave Shane right here because we need Aaron to get rid of the Manakete next turn. Boa's gonna assist with that. And Merrick is gonna assist with that. Martha's gonna be in C's range. And Ricard's gonna be able to unlock that door, hopefully. George is gonna be somewhere, I guess. Castor's gonna try and chip away and finish off this sniper. Actually, that's a bad idea, I feel like. 9 speed, 17 strength. Castor very well could one-shot this guy, but I wouldn't trust it upon closer examination. So we're just gonna leave him alone. We're not gonna bother with him. At least Castor will be close enough to help in theory. More reinforcements, but we just kind of gotta push on at this rate, I think. Trust that Shane will be able to hold him off. Alright, so first up is gonna be Boa with Elfire. Boa's attack was in a Mage Stone. What? Am I gonna have to use Swarm? I'm gonna have to use Swarm, aren't I? Alright, before that, we're gonna try hitting him with physical attacks. Castor is not in range for that, apparently. Alright, George. Silverbow? No damage from George, checks out, unfortunately. Aaron could use a heal before he moves in, so we're gonna go ahead and set that up. Wendell's just... I don't want to put him right there, for obvious reasons. Let's see. Maria? Gonna have Maria cast Physic. And now, Wormslayer. Please work. 5 damage. This is not good. Especially because, that did half of Aaron's health. Yeah, this might be it. This is a awkward way for it to end. What can I feasibly do here? I guess Marth wouldn't die, so I can put him in range pretty safely, and just hope that the boss goes for him. In the meantime, try to get Castor edged in a bit closer. Man, that Mage Stone sucks. What on earth? I'll leave him there. And pray that things go correctly, because I don't know if there's much else we can do at this rate. Basilisk, I call upon your power. Burn these human stashes. Alright, that hurt. But at least Marth went, or at least Marth was attacked instead of, someone we really need to take down the boss with. This is gonna be so troublesome. Alright, since George can't actually damage the enemy, we're gonna draw him back. I'm gonna place Castor here with a silver bow and pray that his attack is just that monstrously high. How much strength does Barst have? Barst could theoretically do some meaningful damage here. Probably more than anyone else, if we're being honest. Steel Axe? Alright, if he can hit, we're good. Crit for 3. How much else does he have now? 10. Alright, if Aaron lands both of his attacks, we're safe. Staff, heal. Alright, Aaron, I'm begging you, please. Alright, Aaron got it. Speed Ring, Strength, Speed, Luck. We can work with those. I'm gonna go ahead and just store that right away. I don't know what's behind this door, and I'm not sure if I can safely check at this rate. Because Shane might unironically untransform any second now. Where's Julian? This isn't Julian. This might be stupid, we're gonna try it anyway. Master Key, use. There's nothing here. That was not worth it in the slightest. What we can do, though, is, have Wendell heal up the still transformed Shane and hope he stays transformed. That's not healing. Why am I like this? Shane dodged. He's going for Wendell. He's also going for Wendell. This one's going for Shane. Shane dodged. Why is that door there? What is the purpose of it? Either way, we're getting out of here. I think skedaddling sounds like a pretty good move right about now. So, Throne. Well done, Prince. With this, Altea has been liberated. The people are so happy. Just listen to all that cheering. Do you hear them? Glory to Marth, the Prince of Light. We are going to save the game, but we will not be continuing because there's only half an hour left, and frankly, I think that time is better spent reviewing the things that have happened. So we're going to go ahead and change the stream subject back to that tier list from earlier. Close the capture of the Switch. Alright. So, Abel was the one who was alive, and Cain was the one who was dead. But now it doesn't matter since both are dead. Hardin is also dead. Castor is honestly carrying. Marth isn't really carrying anymore. Palla is unfortunately dead. Let's see, who all died? Ogma's dead. Let's see. We're putting Aaron to pretty good use. Shane is being pretty good too. Katria gets to move up a bit to good people. Man, these are getting really awkward. Boa's getting some good use now. Let's see. Samson never really made it. Wendell's actually being pretty useful here. We're going to put him in carries for now. Yeah, I can't believe it, but Castor is unironically carrying this run right now. This should be everyone we've actually got access to. But yeah, I think decision fatigue is starting to set in, given the fact that Hardin, Ogma, and Palla all died, and Sheeta faced a very real chance of death because of a mistake I made. So with that in mind, I think we'll be leaving this one early by about half an hour. And yeah, Fire Emblem 1 Iron Man is going incredibly riskily, to say the least. I've lost significantly more people than I would have imagined. I have significantly more promotion items for people who are not ever going to use them than I would have imagined. And yeah, this is just kinda all around pretty awkward. I've got very few people still alive who are actually doing anything. And yeah, with all of that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and see what happens next week. Yeah, we'll be leaving it there for today. Join tomorrow for whatever my friends are doing that day. Monday for some more of Tales of Symphonia. Wednesday Wednesday will actually be a bit of a shorter stream because I've got a dentist appointment at roughly 2 anyway. So I'll probably be gathering the last fragments of the mask from the messenger on Wednesday. And I'll be coming back to this on Friday again. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you later.